What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So as always, every single Wednesday we upload a video of 100 runs or 10 hours of a certain farm. It's basically just me doing a certain open world farm for 10 hours, saving all the loot, and then I show you guys the farm and what I got after doing it for 10 hours. And the same thing with dungeon. I go in and I do like 100 dungeons, which is basically just 10 hours of doing that dungeon, save the loot, show you guys the route and what I got. So in today's video, we got a really popular suggestion from you guys. A lot of people requested this one, and that is the famous Saltstone cave. It's right here in Thousand Needles inside this cave right here, and we're basically just killing these guys, the Den Wampers, the elite mobs. And I mean, some people do solo this farm with good results. I always do it in the 5-man, so keep that in mind. That when I show you guys the loot, that's the results of doing it for 10 hours with a 5-man group where everyone is a speed druid. So it's a really simple farm because the cave is really small. So even though you have someone on the other side of the cave killing a mob, you're still going to be able to loot that mob because the mobs are fairly close. You just run around in circles. You should have 3 people running the direction that I'm running in right now, with like counterclockwise. And then you have 2 people going in this direction, so clockwise. And that's pretty much it. Just to make sure that you're not running on top of each other, like everyone is running on top of each other. You want to be able to spread out a tiny bit. So that's pretty much the farm. And like, why you should do this farm? We call it the Saltstone cave because they dropped the Saltstone set, which is really popular set. The items are acquirable in like RFD and Ultiman and Dire Mole and so on. They have gone down a tiny bit in value recently, but still on some of the other realms that I play on, I can sell the biggest items like the Saltstone legs and chest for like 50k plus. And they also drop Steadfast loot, they drop Ember Silk loot, and a bunch of epic and blue items because you kill so many mobs per hour that the chances of getting epics and blue items is really high. So after doing this farm for 10 hours, this is the items that I'm left with. I mean, by all means, I got a shit ton more than this. Every single hour that I do, I get above 300,000 gold in market value. But on my realm, hype up, a lot of farmers, really popular realm. Some of the items just aren't worth posting on the auction house because they're up on the auction house for close to nothing. So these are the items that I decided to keep. So you can see some of the blue items right here. We've got some Ember Silk robes, some Steadfast breastplates, and a lot of these items are going to be like this. Like you see, the market value is 6.5k gold. On my realm, it's 300 gold. I still post it because they tend to go up and down constantly, and they tend to sale. Like this one is a Sledgehammer, 26,000 gold market value, but only 4,000 gold on my realm. Got some shitty boots, almost 10k market value. Saltstone boots, 20,000 gold market value, only 11k on my realm though. Saltstone chest, 20,000 gold in market value, but then again, only 10k on my realm. Got some Ember Silk. This is the tunic, this is the robe. These tends to sell as well, actually more than market value on my realm, 10k. And then we just got some random shitty items as well. Stonecloth robe, 20k market value, 15 in my realm. In terms of blue items, you get a shit ton of blue items, but I've only kept a few though. This is just more Steadfast, some shitty greens. I kept the Witch Fury, the Broken Blade of Heroes, the Plated Fist, a lot of Basilisk hide pads, and Hellslayer, Black Duskwood Staff. And this one actually has a market value of 46,000 gold. I've sold this one for close to 60,000 gold in the past, but now there's 11 of them on the auction house, and they only go for 2.2k. So absolutely horrible in my realm right now. In terms of the epics though, I got the Nightblade. Pretty decent value on that one. These suck ass. Boots of Avoidance. I got the Green Tower, which is pretty bad. I got this one. The Mace, pretty bad too. Gut Ripper, definitely the worst one. We got the Staff of Jordan. Wish I received this one in Classic instead. And then Double Dazzling Longsword, which has a market value of 32,000 gold, but only 9k on my realm. So that was the loot after doing it for 10 hours. And I'm left with, let's see, 240,000 gold roughly in items. The funny thing is, if I were to do this farm on, let's say, Sylvanas, my other realm, I would have been able to keep items for probably 800,000 gold, right, of this farm. It's just that in 7 out of 10 runs or hours that I did this farm, I brought people from my realm playing Archendon with me to the farm, and there's so many people watching me that play an Archendon that do the popular farms that drops these items, like I said, like Dire Mole and RFD, and they even do this one constantly, because it's a really, really good farm. It's an insane farm in terms of filling up the auction house. It's definitely my go-to farm if I start up in a fresh realm and I need to get a lot of auctions on the auction house. I go and do Saltstone Cave. Boom! And you have a shit ton of items. That's actually decent. But that was it for today's video. So if you guys got any questions whatsoever, or if you have a suggestion on what the next dungeon or 10 hours of open world farm video should be, then just leave them down in the comment section. You can always see the playlist of all my 100 runs in 10 hours linked in the comment section down below. You can click it and you can watch the videos that you haven't seen yet. But that was it. See you all in the next one. Bye bye.